Pipe Network presents.
That communicating with people has a lot of layers, kumbaga. And respect is one of them. Okay, looking at cultures, looking at values of people, because we don't share the same values. I mean, you may have values that is different from mine, but I cannot judge you for your values.
The views and opinions of the host and the guests do not reflect the views and opinions of the institutions they belong to.
Welcome sa isa na namang kwentuhan at balita ng mga pananaw tungkol sa life and everything that goes with it. Dito sa Kwentuhang Pilosopo with Sir Ice. Layunin ng show na ito na gawing bahagi ng pang-araw-araw na buhay ng karaniwang tao, ang gawain ng pagmumuni at pamimilosopiya. Kaya let's go mga peeps, it's Muni Muni time!
This episode is sponsored by Bostik Philippines, makers of high-quality materials and adhesives, fit for interior and exterior construction applications. Check out their No More Nails general-purpose construction adhesive and ultra-fine skim coat, a cement-based powder for a thin plastering application. Bostik Philippines also offers online and in-person training programs, seminars, and conferences through Bostik Academy. They cover various construction techniques and topics such as sealing and bonding, wall and floor, and consumer DIY. Join Bostik Academy today by clicking the link in the description to access their training programs. Bostik products are also available on Lazada, Shopee, and Zalora, and don't forget to connect with Bostik on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for updates and more.
Magandang araw mga Philo Peeps, no? It's been a while since our last episode and I'm very glad, very happy na sumusubaybay pa rin kayo sa ating podcast at sa ating YouTube channel, no? Ngayong araw, meron tayong very special guest, no? Na pag-uusapan natin ang isang paksa na aminado ko hindi ako masyadong pamilyar. Image consultancy, no? And later on, pag-uusapan din niya yung background niya sa sports, etc. No? So, let's give a warm welcome to our very beautiful guest for today, Miss Olen Juarez Lim. Hi, ma'am.
Right. Hello. Hi, Ice. Thank you so much for having me. Maraming salamat at hello sa iyong mga taga-subaybay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Siguro magsimula tayo sa dapat pagsimulaan ng lahat. Siguro the origins of the Olen Juarez Lim. No? So, siguro background, growing up, no, saan po kayo lumaki? Ano yung inyong family background? How did you get to know your husband?
Okay.
Etc. Yung
My
mga
love
ganun
life.
bagay. Yung love life nyo.
Oh, sige. Okay. All right. Well, I am Olen Juarez Lim. People call me Miss O, no? Yan ang naging, kumbaga, mga estudyante ko at sa industriya na kinagagalawan ko dito sa Philippines. That's how they call me, yung mga students ko. So I guess it's easier for them. I have two siblings. Okay, I have my sister, eldest, and then I have my stepbrother. So ako ang youngest in the family. So very small family kami. And then my father and mother, they've already passed. Okay, so my father was a little bit strict. And, medyo strict yung tatay ko. But my mom is the one who is malapusturyosa. No? Yan. So siya yung, kumbaga, sociable in the family. So I think that's where I got it, yung pagka being sociable, being, maayos, and all of that. I'm sure sa kanya naman na yun. Okay? And then also the being strict, family loving, also it's within my dad, so halong siya. So growing up, I am a student. I graduated psychology, guidance and counseling, and marketing management. Okay, so I'm a double major. At that time, hindi pa uso masyado yung double major, but pinakamaikling pila yun. So I'm a graduate sa St. Scholastica's College. So doon ako nag-college, and since yun ang pinakamaikling pila, I went ahead with it. Okay, so tinapos ko na, sabi ko para dalawa yung degree ko, tig-isa sa magulang ko. Para wala na eto na ang degree ko. Okay, so but even at that time, at an early age, I was already modeling. So ang modeling bit ko was more of commercials when I was in school kasi nga hindi ako payagan na masyadong I'm doing fashion shows, no? So I did a lot of commercial modeling at that time. And then I pursued really, the fashion business, siguro fashion modeling when I was in fact already married. So doon ko pinagpatuloy yung runway, etc. So a lot of that was more commercial and fashion modeling na print, that's what I was doing. So I think doon nag-umpisa yung hilig ko sa kumbaga sa fashion and style sense, no? Medyo doon ako napunta. But then, syempre, as you go along, as you palakad-lakad ka, ganun lang naman ang modeling, palakad-lakad ka pa, atras abante ka lang. So medyo, parang at a certain point, napagod na ako doon, no? And I said, I'm probably going to retire and do something also that interests me. Kasi at the time, lumalaki na din yung anak ko. So parang I needed, an understanding of where I want to go, after modeling. And that's how I found my love for image consulting. So at the time, hindi pa yan ang tawag doon. Ang tawag nila, di ba, yung personality development, no? So there was a school earlier on in the 80s. Okay, so I'm already breaking myself ko na yung edad ko, no? So nung 80s kasi there was a school that we opened. It was an international school and I was part of that international school nung araw. So doon ako nagtuturo. I became an assistant to the directress. Plus, I was also doing corporate work. So sinubukan ko din mag-corporate work. So ano ba ang corporate work para sa akin? Hindi ko naintindihan kasi ano yung corporate work. So I also tried that, no? Mga funny anecdotes ko doon first bit ko on trying a corporate work. So somebody said, do you want to become an executive assistant? Sabi ko, sige, wala akong alam. Pero sabi nung boss, pwede na rin yung walang alam. So, do you know how to make coffee? So I can ask somebody to make coffee. I was hired just the same. Okay, so, I really don't know how to do much of the work, but I guess, I was effective, siguro, somehow. But then, that was, of course, short-lived. And then I really pursued, other avenues. And then I also became a corporate affairs director sa isang, what do you call this, fitness chain. So yung bit ko on fashion, beauty, health, fitness. So parang nakuha ko din doon sa work ko na yon, aside from working also earlier days of mine as a fashion consultant in a store for a fashion designer, no, si Cesar Gaupo at the time. So wala na siya ngayon. So ako yata yung unang fashion consultant na nilagay niyang modelo in the store to sell. So that was hindi pa heard of before, but that was what we were doing already in the stores before. So and then eventually nung lumalaki na yung mga anak ko, I already have 3 kids then, and I said I think I needed time for myself and needed to do work on my own because sabi ko, tinatanong naman ako ng tao kung pwede ko mag-speaking engagements. Why not have one for myself, hindi ba? So dun ko na-pursue na, okay, what do I need to do? So first off, sabi ko, kung gagawin ko to, I will do it correctly. Kailangan mag-aral ako. Hindi ko gusto yung tao na maging cut and paste. Alam mo na, kasi in the industry, maraming kukuha ka lang in the web, and then ipipaste mo, ituturo mo, di ba? Cut and paste. So, ayoko ng ganon. So, sabi ko, I want to be certified. I want to be, really prove myself as a professional. And that's what I did. So, I studied with the London Image Institute and then Academy Image of Mastery in Singapore. So, ako yung first Filipina na tinrain nila to be an image consultant. And from then on, it went on all throughout my career. I've been doing this for more than 18 years. And currently, I am now the president of the Association of Image Consultants International. This year lang, I just got the presidency.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's a global organization of image consultants. We have about more than 1,000 image consultants worldwide. At I'm very proud to be, first Filipina, first Asian at that to become president.
Yan.
Yan.
Siguro ma'am, hindi ako, I'm just, di ba doon sa mga kwento niyo nung nagsisimula kayo, I was just wondering, what was it like? I'm guessing 80s to, no?
Yes.
And you were starting, etc. And during that time, I guess, hindi kagayang ngayon, na medyo mas meron ng kamalayan yung mga tao sa gender equality, 'di ba
Yes,
ganyan,
yes.
women's
Oo.
liberation,
Right,
etc.
right.
So, siguro para sa mga nakababatang tagapakinig, no,
Mhm.
can you take us back to that
Mhm.
time? Was it
Mhm.
difficult for a woman like you to blossom in a particular field? Did you
Mhm.
encounter any sort of, difficulties na
Mhm.
parang napapaisip ka minsan, tutuloy ko ba 'to o
Oh,
parang
hindi. Oh, yeah.
ano, okey ba
I
'tong ginagawa ko?
Oo. I think ang kaswertehan kasi dito sa image consultants, it's predominantly women, no, ang field. So, parang itong field na to, because nga mostly women, I think that was easier, kumbaga, in terms of getting into, getting into the business, it was easier. But syempre, proving that the business, okay, or that image consultancy is hindi palamuti. 'Di ba? Because yun ang ano people think na puro ayos ka lang ng ayos, 'di ba? Puro paganda ka lang ng paganda. Ganon yung konsepto kasi ng image consulting sa kanila. Hindi nila naintindihan. It was more than that, no? So, sa kanila puro ayos, puro pagpapaganda. Now, how do you defy that? 'Di ba? Yung ganong, how do you now break that barrier of saying, oh no, image consultancy is more than just appearance. Okay? So, it is more than just itsura. Okay, so yun yung parang how do you now break that mold? I think it's now the responsibility, nga, as a consultant and certified at that. Kasi kami, may certification levels din kami, no, in the industry. Meaning, if you're a new consultant, you have to prove your worth. You have to take an exam para matawag kang certified. And then you have to take continuing education units and then i-upgrade mo yung certification mo to certified image professional. And then you become a certified image master. So, may step siya, no? So, hindi siya basta-bastang papasok ka doon, yun na yun, di ba? Hindi eh. So, kailangan may continuing education and yun ang parang importante sa isang image consultant is you learn what's in your business and what is new in the business. So, ganun. Para kaming doktor, may continuing education units din kami and people hardly know about that, no? So, sa kanila, kung sino yung mas mura yun, hire nila. So, alam mo naman sa atin, di ba? But to also prove to people na even if it's not me, get somebody who's certified. Kasi importante na you are backed up, by an education, by a certification. It's just like in school, di ba? Ba't ba natin pinipilit pa mag-aral ang mga bata o kailangan natin mag-masters? Ba't kailangan pa may ganun? Di ba kailangan mag-grade school lang ako and all? Well, we understand that education, hindi ba, pag yan nasa iyo, hindi makukuha ng ibang tao yan. Kung ba, ang kaalaman is always your gold, no? It's always a gold for you, kumbaga. Yan.
Yung mga kliyente niyo ba, ma'am, sa consultancy, are these personal individuals o
Mhm.
corporations ba
Okay.
ito? Ano ba
Yes.
yung papaano?
Meron kaming mix, no? Meron kaming, like my clients, I'm just gonna talk about myself. Ako, no? Meron akong clients na individual clients, okay? Meron ako one-on-one na tinuturuan. Meron din ako mga schools, okay? Kasi pag nagpapatawag sila na magpa-training, let's say may prom, okay? Ano ba ang behavior sa prom? Ayan, mga tatawag ka ganyan. Or sa job, let's say mga graduating students, okay? Bigyan mo sila ng tips on how to, do graduation, pag nag-graduate na sila, paano sila maghanap ng trabaho. Yun. So I do talks like that sa mga schools also. And then kasi ako, I ventured more on corporate work. So mostly of my clients are corporate work. In some of my colleagues, ang turo nila is also image consultants. So they're training image consultants to be image consultants. Meron ding mga ganon kami. So iba-iba yung aming mga kliyente. But me, I really venture more on corporate yung aking mga students, ay yung aking mga, tinuturuan. Hindi ko kaya yung mga estudyanteng kids. I used to do kids kasi may kids training, but oh my God, hindi ko na kaya ngayon. Because
Okay.
yung ibang mga magulang, they just leave you the kids, bahala ka na dyan, you teach them manners. Hindi po, ang manners po nag-uumpisa sa bahay, hindi po sa akin. So, di ba kailangan inumpisahan nyo na yan ng please, thank you, okay? So, merong so it gets a little bit more complicated to handle children. But meron kami mga image consultants who are very good at children. And I can also teach children, but siguro hindi ko lang parang mas gusto ko yung mas malakas ang interaction ko, kumbaga, kaysa sa patients ko.
Oo nga, ma'am.
At my earlier time, baka pwede. Pero ngayon parang nawawala na ako dyan.
Siguro, ma'am, I guess what's interesting to delve into would be that very idea of image. Diba? Pag
Mhm.
sinabi nating image sa kultura natin, that's something that you project to others, di ba?
Mhm.
There's a
True.
real, sabihin natin, there's a real self, di ba?
Yeah.
Yung tunay mong sarili, that's you in private, that's you in your
Mhm.
bedroom before you go to sleep, that's you,
Mhm.
praying, di ba? That's you in
Mhm.
the shower,
Mhm.
that's you, no? At meron kang separate persona. Yung
That's true.
persona, ang ganda niyan yung persona pala ay galing sa salitang Griego. Tapos ang ibig sabihin pala ng persona ay maskara.
Mhm.
So parang ang persona natin, depende sa sitwasyon, kung sinong kausap,
Mhm.
depende kung ikaw yung nasa school, nasa
Mhm.
trabaho, kung kausap mo ay pare, kung kausap mo ay tindera,
Mhm.
parang marami kang maskarang sinusuot.
Tama.
No?
Mhm.
So,
Tama.
yung pag sinabing imahe, parang at least sa ating kulturang mga Pilipino, merong notion na hindi naman talaga siya yan, 'di ba?
Correct.
Image lang yan.
Image lang.
Hindi naman yan yung tunay niyang siya. Parang kunyari sa mga artista, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Yung mga artista, yung mga love team na yan, yung mga
Mm.
napapanood natin sa ASAP, 'di ba? Yung mga pelikula, mga Katniel na yan. Hindi naman talaga sila yan eh.
Sila yan, oo.
Sasabihin
True.
nila, binebenta nilang nila yung personality
Mhm.
na yan. Pero
Mhm.
hindi naman talaga sila yan. Siguro sa
Yeah.
totoong buhay, siguro masungit yan. Siguro sa totoong buhay,
Mhm.
isnabera yan. So, parang in our culture, parang we're quick to divide, we're quick to separate, di
Mhm.
ba? The persona, the image from the real person.
Person. Mhm.
So, kayo po, no, sa industriya ninyo, parang how do you deal with that? Kasi I
Mhm.
would think na pagka, I would just imagine, di ba, na parang you're trying to improve the image of a particular person. I don't think that means telling the person to forget
Who
completely
they are.
who they are.
Agree. Agree.
So, how do you go about that? Na parang
Okay.
hindi mo naman completely kakalimutan kung sino ka.
Mm.
Pero susubukan mo lang, I guess, the word would be improve, di ba?
Improve, oo.
Improve
Tama
your
'yan, oo.
persona in
Mhm.
different situations.
Right. Well, you're correct, 'no, pagka sinabi natin kasi sa Philippines, okay, iba nga yung konsepto natin when it comes to image of a person, 'no? We would say na hindi siya yan tunay na tao. But I think ang trabaho ko, okay, or ang role ko, okay, is to help the individual, all right, master the breakthrough of both, 'di ba, or the balance of both. Kumbaga, kung sino ka, kasi ako pagka meron akong kliyente, hindi ko kailangang baguhin yung kliyente ko. Tutulungan ko siya kung ano yung gusto niyang goal. Let's say, for example, no? Pagpalagay na natin, meron tayong executive, okay, na meron lang kulang, okay, pero pwedeng may potential maging presidente, let's say, for example. So, ano ang kulang? Siguro kulang ay relationship, how to build relationship with other people, communication styles, let's say, for example. So, without telling the person, kailangan magbago in all of this, you will help now the individual, tutulungan mo yung isang tao, okay, how to achieve all of those and yet stay authentic to yourself, okay? Kasi sa akin, no, personally, ayoko din mabago siya because I told them to do that, no? Ang gusto ko, ma-realize niya what is good for him. Okay? Ano ang maganda para sa kanya, sa trabaho niya, sa pakikitungo niya sa tao. Yun ang importante sa akin. I'll give you the tools. Okay? Tuturuan kita ng mga tools and techniques, structures, lahat ng kailangan mo. But then, kailangan magamit mo yan, okay, doon sa trabaho mo or doon sa everyday life mo to make you the best version of you. Parang ganyan, no? So, because yun naman ang hinahangad nating lahat, di ba? To become the best version of ourselves without really changing who we are. with other people. Kasi nga, very big ngayon ng authenticity sa isang tao. Kasi maraming plastic, I'm telling you, yung mga persona na plastic is really there. Pero sa panahon ngayon, mabilis ang tao makatel kung plastic ka. Alam nila kung put up lang yan. And alam mo yan, Ice, lalo na sa mga politicians natin. So, maraming ganyan. Because I've also trained politician. So, yan ang lagi kong bilin is, bambabasa ka. Kung hindi ka naman talaga nagpupunta kung saan sa ang sulok ng eskinita at palengke at yun ang sasabihin mo, that's who you are, then that's not gonna cut it for you. Kasi alam nila, you don't do that, di ba? Parang ganon.
This episode is brought to you by Malufet Patisserie. Kung gusto niyo ng masarap na personalized cakes, pastries, and others, visit Malufet Patisserie in Quezon City. You can message them at facebook.com/Malufet Patisserie. Details on the description below.
Sobrang interested ako dyan sa word na yan, ma'am. Talagang for the past years, that has been big because of yung authenticity. Because of social media, di ba? Social media, parang ang dali na lang, para sa mga kabataan lalo, karoon ng separate persona na parang meron silang online persona, tapos meron silang ibang persona sa hindi lang sa social media per se, kundi parang you have a Twitter persona, I guess, who more politically involved, diba, etc. And then you have an Instagram persona na parang mas concerned ka naman sa beauty, show your bling bling, etc.
Yeah.
And then you have a Facebook persona na share ka ng share ng mga quotes, etc.
Yeah.
Ang worry ko, I just want to get your own opinion about this. Kasi I also worked on this for my dissertation when I was doing my PhD. Hindi ba parang there's this tendency to have a fragmented personality kapag ka you have to manage so many selves through different portals. So parang, okay, Twitter, paano ba ako mag-isip dapat sa Twitter? Okay, nag-Instagram ako ngayon. Ano ba dapat ang mga nila-like ko dito? Facebook ako ngayon. Ano ba dapat ang mga shine-share ko dito, etc. To the point na pwedeng dumating ka sa punto na mas ma-alienate ka talaga sa sarili mo.
Kasi ang dami iniintindi.
Oo, ang dami mong minamanage na sarili. Hindi ka mukha traditionally, di ba, kunyari, nung wala pang social media. Ang ma-manage mo lang, okay, ako ay ina, ako ay manggagawa, ako ay isang empleyado, at ako ay isang asawa. Yun lang. At hindi naman nagkakalayo yung mga roles na yun, di ba?
That's true.
Pero ito parang, tapos, plus the fact na, ang dami mong audience na iniintindi. What will they think? What will they comment? Will they like this? I-share ba nila to? I-retweet ba nila to?
Ang dami nintindi.
Kaya yung may isang pilosopo, ma'am, ang sabi niya, sa online digital world daw, parang yung mga tao, unti-unti nang nagiging schizophrenic.
Yeah, because you have a lot
Hindi mo
of
na alam kung
personalities
sino
you're
ka.
dealing with. Oo. Tama
Kayo,
yan.
ma'am, sa karanasan ninyo, again, because you're in this industry of image, what can you say about this phenomenon?
Kasi, alam mo, hindi yan lihim, no? Kumbaga talaga, it is so evident, as people really trying to manage, kumbaga tawag namin na manage nila kung sino sila, in different aspects of social media. At first of all, nakakapagod yan. Okay? Pangalawa, ang hirap yan na pagka hindi ka na like, masasaktan na ang ano mo, no? Masasaktan na ang ego mo. Oo. So I think that is how I think social media was sold, to people. Yan ang unang benta sa social media na IG ka, ganito ang grupo mo. Facebook, mga tita ka, ganito sa X, ganito ka, no? So iba-iba. Ang hina-hope ko, okay, or ang ginagawa ko for my students or my clients is to understand that across the board, okay, across social media, kailangan there's only one embodying, kumbaga, Olin Lim, let's say we're talking about here. Makikita ko pa rin sino si Olin Lim in LinkedIn, in IG and all, may isang distinguishing factor. So meron kang unique promise of value, meron kang isang value that they know that it is still you. Kasi iba-iba lang ang approach. Kumbaga, kung sa Facebook, ibang attack. Yun. Sa IG,
Mm.
ibang attack. Pero yung isang message, kumbaga. So, hindi mo iisipin all the time na ito ang feed ko dito, tapos ito, nagkamali ako, dapat pala ito. Then it becomes really difficult to manage. Kasi nga, minamanage mo several of you know,
Yeah.
in the social media, which is not supposed, there's only one you, okay, that you're supposed to manage here. And yun na nga ang big ng mga tao. Kasi when they see your social media, tapos may isang mintis ka dito, hindi ka true to the fact dito sa kabila, alam nila kagad yan. They're so easy, they're so quick to note na, sabi mo dito, ganito ka. Tapos dito, ganito ka. Dito, ito yung pinopromote. Tapos nga dito, iba ka na. Ang bilis-bilis nila dyan. Kaya kung hindi mo i-manage yan, isa ka lang sa buo, di wala nga i-defend, di ba? Kasi that is who you are, kumbaga. So,
Kaya,
yun ang message ko doon. Mm-mm.
tsaka parang, kasi I also have some friends who are, I guess, celebrities in their own
Mhm.
right.
Mm-mm.
So, lagi silang paranoid sa mga napopost sa social media.
Totoo.
Kasi
Totoo.
parang, kaya ang weird nun para sa akin na parang, okay, they have their own opinion and they want to share it. Pero
Mhm.
they have to go through several filters,
Layers, filters,
layers na
tama.
parang, okay, ito gusto kong sabihin. Pero, mababasa to ng mga ganyan. Mababasa
Mm.
ng mga ganun. Mababasa to
Mm-mm.
ng mga ganyan. Anong iisipin ni ganun? Anong iisipin ni
Mm-mm.
ganyan? So
Mm-mm.
parang, ang iniisip ko parang in terms of image, hindi ba parang, how can you still project your own opinion, di ba? What you
Mm-mm.
think on, or even your own appearance, hindi ba?
Mm-mm.
Sa
Mm-mm.
social media, kung parang paranoid ka lang lagi,
That's true.
anong
Kasi
sasabihin?
isip ka ng isip kung anong ilalabas mo, sino mag-a-approve. Kasi ang first and foremost, ang iniintindi mo is how people will like you.
Hmm.
So that alone is a problem, di ba? Paano ka maa-accept? When in fact, you bring yourself out there and if they accept you, I think that's a different thing, di ba? Kesa yung pinipilit mo i-accept ka. So kaya ka nagkaka-miss-miss kasi iniintindi mo yung sasabihin mo here and there. Pangalawa,
Hmm.
hindi naman kailangan lagi ka may sasabihin eh. Hindi
Ah.
kailangan lagi ka may opinion eh.
Hmm.
Okay? And sometimes being smart about your personal brand, kumbaga, is knowing when to say and what to say in a particular time and place. Diba?
Yes.
So,
Prudence.
that's how,
Prudence.
yes, prudence ka. Or meron kang restraint, kumbaga. O
Yeah.
let's say, for example, you're a public figure. Let's say, artista ka. Ikaw
Hmm.
ba'y makikisaw-saw sa isang issue na hindi ka naman dapat involved? Why do you do
Oo.
that? Di ba? So, una-una kasisira mo. Minsan, maiisip mo din, kasalanan mo nagsalita ka.
Yun nga
Okay, kasi
eh.
opinion ko to. Well, it's not because you have opinion, you have to put it out there. Yan ang sinasabi natin. There are certain opinions that may be said through social media. And there are certain things that you don't need to anymore. Kasi nga,
Hmm.
if you're managing that, managing your brand, ikaw ba'y magsasalita against kung ano makakasira sa'yo? So, minsan, hindi nag-iisip. Di ba? Yan ang
Hmm.
tinatawag natin. Hindi nag-iisip ko repercussions of what you say out there. So, example ka lang sa'yo, Ice, no? As now, a president of a global association, I'm very particular also of what I say out there. Kasi I
Hmm.
am now involved in a global association of image consultants that I represent, all of these people. And
Hmm.
this is not only in the Philippines, but Mexico, Brazil, lahat to. So, pagka presidente nila, ano anyari dyan? Di ba? Ganyan na yung question. Anyari dyan? Ganyan na
Ba't
mga image
ganyan yan?
consulting. Oo, ba't ganyan yung presidente niya? Then I'm not responsible. I'm not being a professional in that sense, no? To mind the position that I'm in and how my judgment or how what I say affects other people as well. So kailangan, I have that in my head. So see, when it comes now to managing your image, kasama dyan yung values mo, yung integrity mo, no? Hindi lang itsura mo. Siyempre, itsura mo, andyan yan, no? So, hindi, yung what you say, how you say it at a particular time and place. So, it really now encompasses a lot of things. So image is not just about how you look, but it is also your actions. It's also what you say, So parang tawag namin dyan ABC, appearance, behavior, communication mo, how it impacts people.
Oh, okay. Malagay na.
Mm-mm.
O, tandaan niya.
Oo, yung
Kilo Pips, ha?
ABC.
ABC. Appearance, behavior,
Behavior, communication
communication.
style.
Yan. Kanina, ma'am, may sinabi kayo sobrang tumatak sa akin yung... Kasi parang ito yung nagkukulang sa mga tao ngayon. Yung idea ng restraint.
Yes. Oo.
Pagpipigil. Sa wikang Griego, well, sa Greek philosophy,
Mm.
that's actually considered to be the queen virtue.
Mm.
Parang yun ang pinakamataas na virtud, temperance.
Exactly.
Temperance, no? So, yung mundo natin ngayon na parang everything
Nako.
has to be over the top, everything has to be out there, everything has to be excessive. Parang the core value that needs to be, I guess, ipaalala sa mga tao would be that, no? Yung
Value of restraint.
pagpipigil, di ba?
Totoo.
Hindi mo kailangan magsabi.
Lahat.
Kung mo lahat ng naisip mo, sasabihin mo. Kasi,
Oo.
ang alam naman natin tong lahat, sa social media lalo, feeling mo, protection mo yung screen eh. Parang wala namang consequences eh. Parang, ano lamang to eh, parang tweet lang naman to eh, etc. Pwede ko naman
Nope.
i-edit to eh, pwede ko naman,
Nope.
diba, ganyan.
Oo.
So, yun eh, parang, yun ang, I guess, nakakatakot na mangyari na dumating tayo sa punto, lalo na sa mga kabataan, lalo yung mga nakikinig, no? Na, yung parang hindi mo na iniisip yung consequence kasi iniisip mo lagi, para ka ng cellphone mag-isip, pwede namang i-edit mamaya, pwede namang i-erase eh. Pwede namang i-delete yung browsing history eh.
Oo.
Parang walang nangyari. No?
Yeah.
So, sa totoo lang, lahat ng ginagawa natin, nagiging bahagi ng kasaysayan kasi naapektuhan
Nandyan
yan yung
siya.
mga tao sa paligid mo eh. Hindi ba?
True.
Hindi lang yung
True.
inisip mo, hindi nangyari yun, hindi na nangyari yun. May nakabasa nun, may nakarinig, may naapektuhan nun, di ba?
Kala niya pag na-edit na sa pati memory ng tao.
yun nga eh.
Oo,
So,
tama. Okay.
hindi ba? So,
So,
ang ganda nun, ma'am, yung sinabi niyo about restraint. Yeah.
Kasi meron akong tinuturong klase, no? Meron kasi akong class, ang tawag namin, civility in the workplace. Okay? So, I became a civility expert with the civility experts of Canada. Doon ako nagpaano. Why did I take up this class? Okay? Kinuha ko tong klase na to kasi syempre daming bastos sa mundo eh, di ba? So, ako, how do I evolve myself na hindi ako maging ganun? Kasi syempre ako din, I mean, lahat naman tayo nagiging bastos at one point, no? And every time I teach this class, they always say, so ikaw ba, miss, hindi ka nagiging bastos? Oh my God, no? Kinuha ko nga to dahil sa akin eh. But ang importante dito, hindi ako. Ang importante dito tayong lahat, no? So I always tell them that, no? Hindi ako exempted dyan. But when you know, then therefore it does not anymore exempt you from doing things kasi alam mo na, educated ka, kumbaga. So doon sa civility kasi, no, yan sinasabi mo, yung relationship sa tao, no, ang part of civility kasi are 3 R's, okay? There is, now, first is restraint, responsibility, ano po ba itang isa? Sorry, na-miss ko yung isa, okay? Responsibility, restraint, okay, and I'm missing one, okay? Yan ang rules niya ng civility. Kailangan mag-restrain ka. Why? Respect, restraint, responsibility. Ayan. So, kung nire-respeto mo lahat ng tao, di hindi ka napapahamak kasi respetado mo ang tao. Number 2 is magre-restrain ka. Bakit? Hindi naman lahat ng labang kailangan mo labanan. Hindi kailangan lahat ng issue sagutan mo. Parang ano lang yan sa damit, di ba? Not because may accessories ka, kailangan suot mo lahat. Ang tawag dyan, restraint. Hindi kailangan suot mo lahat ngayong araw. May bukas pa. No? Pwede mo naman bukas isuot yung iba. Okay, so I tell my students, hindi kailangan lahat mukha kang Christmas tree. And then, yun na nga, responsibility is because whatever it is that you say and do, may kaakibat na responsibility yan. So, dapat maging accountable ka. So, yung mga taong, yun nagsasalita, akala nila pag na-edit nila, o nag-apologize in public, tapos na yon. Hindi eh. Yung cause and effect, no, napakalalim na. Ibig sabihin talaga hindi ka nag-iisip. And that's also part, how it affects also your branding and your image. Kasi ibig sabihin, hindi ka nag-iisip na tao, di ba? Kaya maraming tao or maraming mga, let's say, famous people na wala ng endorsements dahil dyan.
Si
Di ba?
Kanye.
Maraming, yan. Di ba? Na-cancel. Yan ang mga tao, cancel society, no? So, marami kang, and mabilis sila dyan ngayon, di ba? So, if you not practice restraint, so lesser sana ang gulo in Facebook, lesser ang gulo sa kalye, di ba? Lesser road rage, kumbaga tinatawag natin. Kasi, di ba, let's say, nagda-drive ka, syempre, pag nirerespeto mo, padaanin mo na. Hindi rin naman makakagalaw pag hindi mo pinadaan, di padaanin mo na, di ba? Pero hindi tayo magigit-gitan. Tapos pag nabangga, ayan na, wala nang restraint, magyayabangan na, mag-aangas-angas na hanggang sa may mamamatay. O ano ngayon ang responsibility mo? Dahil lang hindi tayo nagbigay sa kalye, di ba? So
Yeah.
those are the things that we need to think about when we're practicing being civil to one another. Kasi nga, yan na talaga ang nagkukulang ngayon sa civil society natin, tinatawag pa nating civil society. Yun lang paggamit ng cellphone eh. Yung naglalakad ka, tapos nagte-text ka eh. That's already part of being uncivil. Why? Nakakasagabal ka doon sa tao sa likod gustong umandar. Ang bagal mo. O ano ba ang tamang etiquette doon? Di ba ang tamang etiquette doon, kung naglalakad ka, nag-text, tumabi ka. Para wala kang maabala. Tumabi ka. Lahat naman tayo nagte-text and walk eh. Kaya lang, yung text and walk ko, tatabi ako para hindi ako makasagabal. Yung nag-text and walk na nakakasagabal doon sa lahat ng traffic sa likod, yun ang nakakaasar. So therefore, di ba, you don't practice responsibility because wala kang pakialam sa ibang tao.
Yeah.
So,
Minsan
yun.
common sense lang naman di ba?
That is it. Etiquette is actually basically common sense, and common sense is not common. So,
Totoo.
I think yun ang alam natin doon, hindi siya common. Kung pwede lang ipalagay sa kape yan eh. Ilalagay na natin sa bawat kape nila di ba? Wala hindi siya available.
Alam mo, ma'am, ang ganda nitong usapan natin kasi kanina, di ba, parang siguro yung mga nakikinig, sino ba tong kinakausap ni Sir Ice? Image lang naman, ganun. Kasi ganun we tend to look down upon that idea of image.
Image, true.
Parang in this very brief time that we've been conversing, nakita na ng mga tao na there's a lot more to image.
More, yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Than we thought. Diba? Na parang, pagpapaganda lang yan. Pero nandun pala yung idea ng civility, diba? Yung manners, yung etiquette, etc. Isa pang bagay yan, no? Ilagay natin sa kulturang Pilipino. Ulit. Kasi mga Pilipino naman tayo. Pag sinabing etiquette, good manners, and right conduct, meron agad pumapasok sa isip ng pangkaraniwang tao na pangmayaman yan. Yung mga etiquette. Alam ko sa etiquette, basta ako nagtatrabaho ko, basta ako may iniintindi ko rito yung pamilya ko. Bastos na kung bastos, di ba? Minsan may ganong paraan ng pag-iisip na kumbaga burgis ang etiquette, di ba? Ang image, etc. Parang kaming mga pangkaraniwang tao, wala na kaming panahon para mag-isip ng mga etiquette. Nagugutom na nga kami, wala kaming trabaho. Iisipin pa ba namin? Iisipin pa ba namin itsura namin? So kayo po, anong masasabi niyo doon?
Well, kasi yung etiquette, no, it's not naman reserved for the rich, di ba? In fact, kung sino pa nga yung mayaman, minsan siya pa yung nagkukulang no, sa pakikipagkapwa-tao. So, yun ang tawag natin GMRC ang alam natin, but it's really basically respect for people. No, ang etiquette kasi isang ano lang siya ng civility, di ba? Nasa ilalim siya ng civility. At ang etiquette very very specific for, let's say, on occasion or a situation. Let's say, for example, dining etiquette, no? So, ang tao pa ba ngayon, iniisip pa kung anong kubyertos, kung gutom ka na, ang kamayan nga sa atin, yun ang style, di ba? So, sabi nga nila, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Kung nasa Japan tayo, chopsticks, o di chopsticks ka, pag sa Pinoy, kamay ka talaga. So, ganun yun. That's also part of it, kumbaga. Hindi naman natin sinasabi na porket mayaman, middle class o or mahirap ka, 'di ba? Hindi ka na makikipagkapwa-tao kasi hindi din pwede umandar ang society ng ganon. Dahil nga, first of all, magkakagulo tayo. But it is in the basic understanding of where people are coming from, okay? What are the values of people? at paano sila mag-isip is also part of being civil. So let's say, for example, pagpalagay na natin, no? Example ko lang, itong Christmas holidays, no? Maraming, let's say, nag-gift giving. Oh. Pag nag-gift giving, na nakuha mo, yung hindi, ano ba to? Ano ba tong binigay sa akin? Napakababa naman and all, di ba? Parang, ako, ganda-ganda ng regalo ko, mga ganyan. Unang-una, syempre, mag-iisip ka ba ng because mahal yung binigay mo, gusto mo ng kapalit. Yung pa lang, medyo may tagalid na di ba? Kasi nag-e-expect ka, right? Pero doon sa tao na yon, para ibili niya yon, instead na ibigay niya sa nanay niya, pambili ng bigas, pero ibinili niya ng gift, hindi mo nakita yon.
Yeah.
Right? So looking also at the values of people, how important this is to them, yung gift giving, and how money is valuable to them. Therefore, hindi tayo dapat nagja-judge. Kasi nga, di ba, I don't know if you've seen this, merong mga pictures ng may iceberg, di ba? Yung iceberg, nakakita mo lang yung sa taas. Hindi mo nakakita yung nasa ilalim, yung malalim na, yung roots ng iceberg. So people only see what's on top. And they judge what's on top, but they never go down to see what made the top beautiful. And, hindi nila alam ko ano. So that is part now of looking at things. So kung malawak ang pag-uunawa mo, titignan mo, oh my God, I appreciate this kasi nakikita kong, alam kong hindi naman siya afford, pero bumili. That's the beauty of it, diba? So that's why, diba, civility and image is actually part of that also. Making you understand that communicating with people has a lot of layers, kumbaga. And respect is one of them. Okay, looking at cultures, looking at values of people, because we don't share the same values. I mean, you may have values that is different from mine, but I cannot judge you for your values.
Yeah.
Kasi sa atin, we judge people based on our personal values, and then it's going to be wrong. Kasi hindi ako ikaw.
Yeah.
Di ba? Yun. Hindi ako ikaw. Hindi magka-clash talaga tayo. Pero kung malaki ang pag-uunawa mo kung ano valuable sa kanila, maiintindihan mo ang tao kesa gina-judge mo.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking at.
Pilipino ba naman? Judger
Ay,
talaga.
nako, judgmental talaga tayo.
By nature, di
Totoo
ba?
naman, oo. I mean, alam mo, hindi lang tayo, magugulat ka. In other cultures, they're also like that. That's why nga may discrimination, di ba?
Yeah.
So, kulay pa lang ng balat and all, ganyan na kaagad. Tayo, maloko lang tayong kultura, pero hindi kasi natin naunawaan what discrimination is, pero we always manage to make it funny. Pero,
Joke lang.
di ba? Oo, gino-joke, pero ang hindi natin alam, hindi na uso yan, yung mga ganyan. So, it's a matter of, educating lang. Kasi syempre, when you're ignorant, then you become uncivil.
Yes.
Kasi hindi mo alam Yon. So, kailangan, tuturuan ka, ituturo sa'yo, hindi, kasi ganito yan nga. So, pag alam mo na, di ba? Dapat di mo na ulitin. Pero pag inulit mo pa, bay talaga may diferensya ka.
Problema mo na yan.
Problema mo na yun. Tinuruan na kita So, yun. So, may mga ganong aspeto. So, di ba, malalim, hindi lang siya surface, pero meron din siyang layers. Layers talaga ng pagkatao and imaging of people.
So, yun, again, it's a great insight for people that are listening na akalain mo na yung image consultancy sa huli tungkol pala sa pakikipagkapwa-tao.
Exactly, di ba?
Hindi, di ba parang
may etiquette
yung iba iniisip na simula, mga narcissist naman yung mga image. Puro sarili iniisip yung image nila, etc. Pero again, I guess what we learned from Miss Olen today is the idea na kaya ka concerned sa image mo in the first place. Kaya mo gustong umayos kasi naiintindihan mo na yung kung ano man ang kilos mo, kung paano ka man makipag-relasyon sa ibang tao, makipag-interact sa kanila. Yeah. Doon nakabase yun, di ba? Na kung ikaw magulo, malamang magdadala ka rin ng gulo sa buhay ng ibang tao.
Buhay mo. At sa sayo, di ba?
At kung maayos ang sarili mo, kung kumbaga you're in harmony with yourself, di ba? You're not scattered, you're not dispersed, di ba? You're gathered, di ba? Yung buo ka. Then, hindi mo namamalayan when you bring yourself in the company of others, I guess meron ka ring vibe o meron ka ring aura na dinadala dun
Yes.
sa kanila na, alam mo, ang gaan kasama nitong si ganyan.
Yan ang
Parang,
value.
masarap
Yan ang
siyang,
value mo. Oo.
masarap siyang kausap. Parang,
Usap.
pagka, pagkakasama ko siya, secure ako. Ano? So siguro,
Magaang.
di ba, magaan ka. Isang bagay yan, ma'am, na natutunan ko rin in all my years of teaching, no? Na what I got from, di ba, minsan kapag end of the sem, makakakuha ka ng mga feedback, evaluation from your
Yes.
students. And isa sa mga natutuwa akong makuha na feedback ay kapag nakikita ko doon na sasabihin ng students, syempre anonymous yan, sasabihin nila, gusto ko yung klase ni sir kasi pag nandun ako sa klase, parang at home lang ako.
Okay.
Kasi yung
That's
ganun yung
good.
pakiramdam.
Mm-mm.
And I think at the end of the day, that's what we want to achieve
Right.
amongst ourselves. We want to be a home for others.
Yes.
We want others to be at peace and comfortable when we're around. Hindi yung parang, andyan na si ganun.
Oo.
Napapraning niya, andyan na si
Oo,
ganun.
tama.
Parang
Oo.
kailangan kong magbago ng sarili kasi andyan si
Oo.
ganun. Di ba? Minsan may mga terror. Yung mga terror.
Oo, totoo yan.
Parang,
Well, sometimes ganyan yung effect ko sa offices. Pag dumarating na ako post-session, no, darating ako to check ko sila. Nagtatakbuhan na yung ibang hindi maayos. So meron akong ganong aura. Pero okay lang yun kasi alam nila in my class, we call it safe space. So, ibig sabihin, kung anong pinag-uusapan natin dito, it's really safe space for us to discuss things, to discuss issues, di ba? To discuss what is it that, ano ba yung, bakit hindi ako comfortable in speaking to people? Ba't daw shy, okay? Nahiya ako makipag-small talk, let's say, mga ganyan. So, ano ba pwede kong gawin? So, each and every step, like you, no, I would get that also from students na, okay, ang laki natutunan ko kasi it's really me knowing myself, that made me now feel important that I know this is the value I bring to the table. So, lagi kong inaano yun sa kanila, ito ang value mo, ito ang importante. So, you don't have to change who you are for other people, but people will love you for this value of yours. So, lagi kong iniisip yan sa kanila, ilalagay ko sa isip nila, na pag may meeting, hindi kaya, pagka sinabi sa meeting, pumunta ka doon, magsalita ka. Kasi miski na ulitin mo lang yung sasabihin ng iba, importante sa'yo manggaling. Kasi that is your value, di ba? So, tinuturo ako sila, okay, hindi pala ako kailangan lagi original, palaliman ng English, padamihan ng English. Hindi yan ang meeting. Ang meeting is your mind. What do you have to say? They want that of you. So, that's how, I consult, and that's also how I coach my students, to be confident in their own skin. Kumbaga. You don't have to change for me. Change for you kung anong sa tingin mo ang maganda para sa iyo sa ikauunlad mo, hindi para sa ibang tao.
Meron akong isang tanong, ma'am, bago tayo magtapos. Siguro isang personal question na iniisip ko rin. Also for my students, no? I've always felt na parang there's this thin line that divides confidence and arrogance.
Oh, yeah.
Very thin line eh. There's a very thin line na parang, lalo na sa kultura natin, galit tayo sa mayabang. Galit tayo sa maangas. Pero pag sinabihan ka ng ganun, ang defense mechanism mo, sasabihin, well, I'm just confident. Di ba? Na parang tiwala ko sa kalidad ng ginawa ko.
Kagandahan nila.
At hindi ko kinahihiya. Pero kasi, di ba, tayong mga Pilipino, parang mas binavalue natin yung meekness, mas binavalue natin yung low-key ka lang, humble ka lang.
Totoo.
Pero minsan, that also gets in the way of progress. Di ba? Na parang, hindi mo binibenta yung sarili mo enough, kaya you're missing out on a lot of opportunities. No? Pero, kasi, at the back of your mind, ayoko isipin nila, mayabang ako eh. Ayoko isipin nila, parang feeling ko, pabibo akong masyado eh. Kasi ako, ma'am, sa totoo lang, aminin ko, at sa inyo mga Pilipino, turn off talaga ako minsan sa mga sobrang pabibo. Siyempre, yung keyword dyan, yung sobra.
Sobra.
Parang wala namang problema dun sa pabibo. Pero kunyari, may mga estudyante ako, yung sobrang pabibo. At the back of my mind, ang iniisip ko nun, this class isn't just about you.
Mhm.
Parang minsan sa sobrang bilib mo sa sarili mo, hindi mo namamalayan, nakakaagaw ka na ng espasyo ng
Iba.
ng iba. No, iniagawan mo sila ng quote-unquote ng mikropono. Parang sa
Mm.
videoke,
Agaw.
parang 5 kanta yung pina-reserve mo ng sunod.
Oo.
Ang daming, hindi ko mo magaling kang kumanta, ikaw lang ang kakanta. Yan, di
Mm.
ba? May ganon ako. Na
Mm.
parang sa akin, yan, yung pet peeve ko talaga yun. Yung mga
Yeah.
oo, yung parang gets na namin, magaling ka na, okay na yan,
Mm.
okay. Iba naman.
Mm. Mm.
But at the same time, parang how do you balance that na ayaw mo naman na parang sobra ka lang din tahimik, na parang,
Mm.
sige, kayo na lang,
Mm.
kayo na lang. Kasi may mga taong ganun, yung coy, di ba? Yung parang,
Yeah.
alam naman naming magaling ka ba't
Hindi,
ayaw
ikaw na.
ganun, yung alam ng lahat na merong ibubuga siya. Pero dahil iniisip niya, ayokong isipin yung mayabang ako,
Right.
tahimik lang siya. So parang
Mm.
sa ganung paraan, parang inargabyado mo rin yung mga tao sa paligid mo kasi hindi mo shine-share din yung kaya mong i-share,
True.
di ba?
True.
So
Mm.
sa inyo pong karanasan, I'm sure nagkaroon kayo ng mga ganyang
Oh,
kliyente, di
yes.
ba?
Yes, yes.
What do you say? What do you tell
Okay.
them?
Tama ka when you say that there's a very thin line between being aggressive and assertive.
Mm.
'Di ba? So, yung nag-a-assert ka ng sarili mo is nakikita mong gusto mong, 'di ba, subukan, you wanna put your place out. Yung aggressive, you don't mind kung sino na naapakan mo. Yun na nga, a very thin line, 'di ba? Being boastful and all. Marami din akong estudyanteng ganyan, lahat alam. Okay, ang tawag ko diyan mamaru. Mamarunong. Kasi,
Nagmamarunong.
oo, nagmamarunong. Siya ang words natin for the day. So, mamaru. Okay? So, maraming ganyan. And in fact, lagi ko inintindi, bakit nga kaya itong batang to, there's always a need to prove. No?
Mm.
Yun ang tingin ko, why is there always a need to prove? Ano kayang history nito? Anong background nito? Inaalam ko yan. So pagdating ko pala sa klase, sino dito may mga problematic na student? Ito, Miss O, medyo maingay to, sobrang aggressive, okay. Why? Anong background? Tingnan, bigay mo sa akin, anong history, anong umpisa, anong niyan, line. I try to understand para now I know. Okay, para sa klase, makikita mo na trying to constantly prove, etc. On the other side of it, okay, because we were taught, as Filipinos, to be meek and humble for 300 years ba? Tama ba ako? 300
Opo.
years of Spanish rule na hanggang dumadaan tayo, gumaganon pa rin tayo. Nako, inaalis ko na yan sa mga estudyante ko. Hindi ka kailangan gumanon. Dumaan ka lang. Mag-excuse me ka, okay na yan. Kasi you don't have to lower yourself and that's part of culture. Di ba? Yan ang kulturang gusto mo na nga maalis kasi anong petsa na, kumbaga, alisin mo na yan. Pwede na tayong tumayo ng tindig and be confident about it. So, when you're talking about the side of the people who are medyo arrogant, okay, minsan kailangan din na, may mga time and place na kailangan mo talaga ilagay sa pwesto yon in a respectful way. Okay?
Yeah.
So, meron na ako nagawang ganyan. Nilagay ko siya sa position niya in a very respectful way and then realize niya kasi hindi sila self-aware. 'Di ba? Yan yung mga taong hindi self-aware. Hindi nila alam kung anong epekto nila sa iba. Yan yung tinatawag ko na idiom na bull in a China shop. China shop. 'Di ba? Pagpasok mo dun sa China shop, nabasag mo na lahat and then yet ang sagot mo, Ako ba nakabasag? Yung ganyan, walang alam, mangmang. So, hindi sila self-aware. So, obviously, may kulang na, kumbaga sa personality, may kulang na of being self-aware. Kailangan yun hino-hone, as a person na marunong ka mag-introspect, alam mo yung sarili mo, and then marunong ka rin tumingin sa labas because that's where you find the balance of it. It's not ego, no? It's not becoming more egoistic. Ang kulang naman doon sa iba, kasi nga trying to be meek and humble, kasi nga yun ang training. Huwag ka na lang magsalita, tama ka na ng ganyan. And that is not supposed to be now because nowadays, pagka ganyan ka pa, then you are not getting what you deserve in life. Kumbaga, binababa mo kasi ang value mo. And ayoko din yon for my students that you lower that because you are more capable than that. So, there are certain things na kailangan i-assert mo ang sarili mo. Again, in a respectful way. Pag nagsalita ka naman, hindi naman ibig sabihin yan, 'di ba? Mali ang salita mo. Again, it's the way, finding the words to communicate. It's very important. So to me, when I look at certain things like this, yes, it's a very fine line. But then again, I try to understand where these people are coming from, ba't ganun ang background niya. And then again, I try to help the other side of why are they meek and mild? Okay, anong history nito? So I try to achieve the balance. And in my class, lagi na lang anonymous ang mga ano ko, syempre, ang mga examples ko. For them to understand na, oh, okay, baka matamaan ka dyan, pero alam mo nang ikaw yan, meron ako mga examples na gano'n para naintindihan nila how you affect people. Di ba sabi nga nila, it is how you make people feel that people remember you. Anong
True.
pakiramdam nila pagkasama ka when they are with you? Yun ang pinaka-important. And that makes you memorable. And becoming part of a good brand is becoming memorable to people. Meaning natandaan ka nila. They saw your, let's say, your page or your ad, and it made me feel good. I want to come back to that page. So why did that make me feel good? Yon. So it's also making people feel good, not alienated, not being arrogant, and that's not going to be part of it.
Wow.
So again, that's the balance of, of how we do things.
Ganda,
So,
ma'am.
yeah.
Grabe. Alam nyo, hindi ko na malayan, no? Mag-isang oras na pala tayo
Okay.
nag-uusap.
Which is good. Which
Di
is
ba?
very
Parang
good.
sabi
Oh.
nila, gano'n ang mga
Oo.
magandang usapan. Hindi mo namamalayan. Lipas
Namamalayan
na pala yung
talaga.
oras.
Hindi ko pa nga napag-usapan yung sports side ko eh.
Yun nga eh. Siguro sa
Hindi
part 2
bale.
na natin
Mag-part 2 na
pag-uusapan
lang
yan.
tayo.
Oo.
Yes, yes.
Pero
Oo.
ma'am, I mean, I am in debt, no? Parang
Oh.
sobrang... Honestly, I was not expecting this kind of conversation.
Really? Okay.
Hindi, akala ko ang pag-uusapan talaga natin. Kasi, wala naman akong alam sa image
Oo.
consulting.
Oo.
Na hindi ko, akala ko talaga pag-uusapan natin yung itsura,
Itsura.
modeling, etc. Kung paano
Or,
mag-ayos. Kaya
or yun sa sapatos
oh,
sa medyas,
oo,
terno. Okay,
yun,
pwede
yung
din.
mga ganun.
Oo.
Pero, yun nga, mas maganda kasi nga, ang pamagat ng ating podcast ay Kwentuhang
Yes.
Pilosopo with Sir Ice.
Yes. Oo,
Ang
correct.
ganda na nabigyan natin ng bagong dimensyon at
Yes.
bagong pananaw at perspektibo yung kahulugan ng
Mm-mm.
image, 'di ba?
Yes.
Para sa ating
Mm.
tagapakinig
Mm-mm.
na ito ay hindi lamang tungkol sa anyo, sa
Mm-mm.
imahe, no? Hindi
Mm-mm.
lamang sa persona o maskara.
Mm-mm.
Ironically, ito
It's on
pala ay tungkol pala sa iyong kalooban, 'di ba? At
correct.
sa iyong niloloob para sa
Mm-mm.
iyong kapwa. Yun
Mm-mm.
pala sa huli
Ang
ang
image
tinuturo
consulting.
ni Ma'am Olen.
Oo, yes,
Ah,
yes. Oo.
mga nag-iisip
Diba?
na pangbababaw na tao lang ang image consulting, sana pag napanood ninyo
Oo.
itong ating episode, ay magkaroon kayo ng panibagong pananaw.
Pananaw.
At baka yung
Yes.
iba, mga young people who might be thinking of, getting into a particular field or career,
Yes.
parang
Mm-mm.
I'm sure there's room for more image consultants.
Oh, yes, yes.
Diba,
We welcome them. We welcome them. Please, kung pwede ako magsabi ng aming
yes, ma'am.
website.
Oh,
So,
yun.
okay.
Sige, ma'am. Sige,
Okay.
I'll give you the last minutes para
Okay, sige.
promote ang inyong
Oh, sige.
industry, etc.
Right. Okay. So first off, my company's name is OJL Consulting. No? So meron kami website, ojlconsulting.com. So dyan hanapin mo kami. We're located here, of course, in the Philippines. But if you want to become an image consultant, we welcome you in our industry. No? Ang association namin, ng pangalan is Association of Image Consultants International. So that's AICI.org. Okay. So these are now, you will belong to a group of dynamic individuals, diverse individuals all over the world, okay, of image consulting. So ako, marami din ako natutunan becoming culturally aware, of people around me. Sa time lang hindi ba? Marami tayong natututunan. And sila din, marami natututunan sa atin, how we are as Filipinos, as leaders. And also, syempre, lagi kong carry ang bandila ko, diba, wherever I go. And I was very proud of that, achieving this. So I hope you come and join us. If you're thinking of a career in image consulting, we can help you because there's so many layers. Sa nadinig nyo ngayon, maraming layers, maraming dynamics ang pagiging isang image consultant. Kasi ang karamihan hindi isip, styling ba yan? Alam nyo, ang stylist, hindi maaaring maging image consultant. Ang image consultant pwede maging stylist. Oo. So, iba yon, no? Iba yung aming inaatake doon. So, please, we welcome you and please just email me sa ojlconsulting.com. We welcome you. Maraming salamat, Ice.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Ma'am Olen, for
Thank
this
you. Thank you so
very
much.
refreshing,
No,
image
thank you.
refreshing
Yes, yes.
conversation, no?
Mhm.
And I'm sure maraming mapupulot at matututunan ng ating mga Philo peeps sa ating
Yes.
episode na ito na lalabas this December, no? So,
Yes, okay.
excited
I'm
kami.
waiting for it. I'm gonna wait for it. Yeah.
Siguro ma'am, pag lumabas, i-share ninyo.
I-share ko
para-
to sa aming
Oo.
sa aming network.
Yan. Alright, so
Okay.
mga Philo peeps, maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay, pakikinig at panonood dito sa panibagong episode ng Kwentuhang Pilosopo with Sir Ice. Huwag niyong kalilimutan muli to follow, like, and share yung ating Spotify, Facebook pages, no? And nag-promise ako sa producer ko na after Miss Olen, maglalabas pa ako ng isang episode before the end of the year. So, let's see kung ano yun. No? For now, we would like to thank our very special guest, Miss Olen Juarez Lim, for gracing us with her beautiful presence. And thank you again. And I'll see you on the next episode, mga Philo peeps.
Thank you.
Ang Kwentuhang Pilosopo with Sir Ice ay produced ni Johan Arceo, Joanna Esquivias, Ryan Anthony Racela, at Cholo Setiare. Executive produced ni GP Abrahano, Drean Deocampo, at YB Wesley. Boses sa intro ni Jonah Pakulan, at special participation ni Rene Liboro. Ang Kwentuhang Pilosopo with Sir Ice ay isang original mula sa Pipe Network.
Pipe Network presents